Hey everybody, Rob Satch from Feedbackwrench. This is my third video about how to create good videos for your business or for YouTube. If you're a YouTuber and you're trying to create better content, maybe you're a small YouTuber and you want to make this better, or maybe you're a small business owner and you want to start using video to actually move people through your sales process, go watch my other videos. This is part 3, and what I want to do is get into like, how do you actually get to a point where you can consistently create videos, or how do you execute on a video even if you're not somebody who can just spit at a camera like I can, right? And I tend to be able to teach kind of impromptu, whatever it is. I become a teacher all the time, and I think if you want to do good videos, you should take the mindset that you want to be a teacher. And ultimately what you're trying to do is to help other people who have a problem where they're stuck in the here. They're stuck, right? And you want to help them have a preferable future, a there. So you bring people from here to there. And as long as what you're doing is you're helping people frame up, whenever you open up a YouTube channel, how are you helping them? You want to, if you add value into people's lives, whatever kind of problem that you're solving, that's the key, right? People, I have this small YouTuber group on Facebook that I'm a member of, and God bless them, but they're always wondering, how do you get more subscribers? I don't get very much watch time. How do I get watch time? And it's like, well, there's a number of reasons. You might not be engaging, you might not be very good in front of the camera, but ultimately are you adding value? In fact, a lot of them say, I don't care how much I make, I just want to make videos because I love making videos. Well, that's a terrible reason to make videos. Maybe you like to tell stories, maybe you like to entertain and get a smile, but if it's about you, that's not very helpful. In fact, it's very hard to make videos that are about you and have anybody care about it, right? Really what you want to do is add value, and what adding value does is help people move from some sort of here to some sort of there, right? Now, maybe that you're an authority on a subject matter and you're going to teach it, right? Maybe you have experiences that you want to share so that people get it, or maybe you want to share your life so that people can be encouraged by it, or maybe tell your story or tell other people's stories. Those are all great reasons to create videos, but for you to create videos because you like creating videos or that you want to become a YouTuber is a pretty terrible reason. It's not going to work. And on the same side, if you're a small business owner, if the reason why you're making videos is to try and get rich or to try and drive sales, that's kind of a silly reason to do it. The reason why you should be creating videos is to add value in people's lives. Now, that being said, creating content on YouTube and then taking that and dicing it up in a lot of ways can lead to a ton of sales. In fact, I make about $900 a month on my YouTube channel. I hardly do anything on it compared to what most do. I don't get that many views, but it's business content and it drives my business. Most of you are going to call us like, our business thrives because we've invested in here, and you can too. But the main core of how you make good videos is you have to think of, I'm teaching people to move them from a bad situation to a better, or a mediocre to a great, right? What you want to do is you want to help them. Your content needs to be about them. It's not about you. And if it's about you, then it needs to be about sharing your story so that somebody can experience a better future, right? So that they can have their life added value to, and you can head in the upward and forward direction. If you're just out there making stuff for you, it ain't gonna work. But as long as that's the foundation of what you're doing, let me help you out a little bit. So first of all, I would start writing down and start writing, okay? So anytime that you're going to write a video, I would first map out kind of the game plan. Like, what is the main point? What's the thing you're trying to do? And really what I would do is frame up what's their problem, what's the solution, and what's the result, right? So what's the problem that they have? How are they stuck here? And what do you want to help them with? So start every video with like, they have this problem, and I want to help them overcome it in this way. That's a good framework to think of, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is to think of, you need to get down kind of like the core problem, solution, and result that you do, okay? And we call that the one-liner. And the reason why I'm talking about writing this down is so that if you write something down and you wrestle through making something clear by simplifying it and crafting a great sentence, you will internalize what it is that you're trying to do, and you'll be able to spit to a camera just about any time, right? So as long as you can spit to the camera, you're gonna be good. But if you can't spit to the camera, it's not gonna be so good because you'll have nothing to fall back on, and then the result is you're gonna have to spend more resources making it perfect, right? But if you just have inside of you this idea that what you do is you help people go from here to there. You know what? I help restaurants, get through all the quagmire by figuring out their launch plan, right? And really, if you stick to that if you write down that one-liner. So on my website, if you go to the bottom of my website, the very bottom, there's two things there. One's called a brand scripting link, and the other one says how to write your website, okay? And this is all off of the book, and you should read this book. You should listen to this book. You should read it 10 times. Donald Miller wrote it, Donald Miller, and it's called Marketing Made Simple. Marketing Made Simple. And what he has done, he has a secondary book that's kind of like the grand thesis on it, called Brand Scripting. Brand Scripting, or story brand marketing. Story brand marketing is what it's called. And what in there, they do this thing called a brand script. And essentially, a brand script is something that he teaches that there's multiple parts to. And basically what you do is one of them is that you create a one-liner. And that's your elevator pitch of what's the problem, the solution, and the result. What's the problem that most of your customers have, the solution that you provide, and really what's the result that they will experience, what's the benefit, the payoff, right? There has to be a payoff. So really it's, you know what, most contractors really struggle taking all the good work they do in person and putting it on the internet. What we do is we make that easy so that your future customers and prospects can find you, and you can make more sales and make higher margin sales, and it ultimately makes it easier on your sales team. That's a one-liner to a construction, right? For a home builder or a remodeler, right? And so what you want to do is, what we do is we help most business owners get stuck either hiring someone to do bookkeeping and it's not done right, overpaying taxes, or getting things done improperly. What I do is I serve as an outsourced accountant, where I come in and help them reduce their taxes as much as possible, and I handle all the accounting and bookkeeping so they don't have to worry about a thing. That's a good one-liner. The problem, the solution, I come in, you are the solution, and then the result, so that they don't have to worry about anything. So they minimize their taxes, so they never overpay in taxes, right? So if you think of that problem, solution, result, that's one central core part of what you do. The other thing that you want to do is develop what's called the stakes. And the stakes are where you raise the temperature about the cost of getting this wrong, right? So the cost of getting it wrong for my business, if you decide to just grow your business without excellent digital marketing, a couple of things are going to happen. Number one, you're not going to be able to capture the trust that you've earned and display it to the right person at the right time. Number two, you'll never get the benefit of leverage that digital gives you. We can take one conversation that you've had and display it to everybody at just the right time. The other thing is you'll lose market share. By you not having Google ads on your running for your business, you're just giving up free, easy business. It will take you more time, more people, and more effort to actually prospect and sell if you don't have an excellent website that does the selling for you. And one of the main problems with that is unclear messaging and a bad process. So this is the stakes is where you can raise the temperature. And really, for an accountant, for example, you would start talking about the costs of hiring somebody part-time, right? If they were to hire somebody 8 hours a week at $25 an hour to do their bookkeeping for you, that's not going to be a very good solution for a number of reasons. It costs them money. It's not done really well. And I could go on. So the idea here is you want to think of statements and explainers and have them on your website, but also in your content for your video. So that's another thing you'd want to have developed. And if you write that and you have that, then you can work from that as you create videos, right? So that's more of like a how do you do that for business, right? So this isn't necessarily relevant to a YouTuber, but it kind of is, because what you're going to do is you're going to talk about why should they listen to you? What's the importance of getting their problem solved? If they don't get their problem solved through this video or take a step with you because you've kind of nudged them towards it in this video, what's it going to cost them? Because if things don't cost them anything, there's no point in getting the problem solved. In fact, most businesses, when people have an idea for a business, you have to take a significant problem that people actually feel that has a cost to them. If you're just, here's a little side rant. I've gone in and seen like the crowdfunding presentations out there. The crowdfunding is like, our number one problem is that people don't drink enough water, and underhydration and dehydration leads to, it's like, that ain't a problem. You're making a water bottle with a tracker on it because you think people are actually suffering because they don't drink enough water. What do you, that's a stupid idea. Go away. you got to find big problems. So once you found big problems, sometimes you got to cast vision for how big it is, right? Put a future value on those numbers, right? Start talking to them. In fact, this is a big one for an accountant. You think about this. If you can go in and if somebody's making $125,000 in an LLC, you make them an S Corp and you end up saving them about $500 a month or $6,000 worth of SE taxes, you take that and you put it into a solo 401k or even just a brokerage account, and they invest in an S&P 500 index and they get an 8% return over 30 years. $500 a month over 30, 35 years ends up being, $600,000 to $1 million, depending on how long you leave it in there. So them becoming an S Corp, you quite literally will make them a millionaire in the future. That's insane, right? So you got to raise that temperature. Not only that, you should just start putting on the how many opportunities they miss by having finances that are a joke. Have you tried to get a loan? Are you trying to get into commercial real estate so you can really expand your business? Are you trying to buy a new house? Are you trying to get more equipment so that you can scale? Can you never hire that next person because your cash flow is a conundrum, right? So the stakes is all about raising the temperature, right? Then you have the benefits, right? These are really just, what do they get when they work with you? What are they getting from this video? So what are the benefits, the payoffs, the good stuff? The stakes are like the salt in the recipe, right? You just sprinkle it in, the salt in a cookie recipe. Whereas the sugar and the flour and the butter is the good stuff in a cookie recipe, right? So lots of good stuff, just a little bit of the stakes. And so what I would encourage you is to create good videos. You got to have a one-liner. You need to know your one-liner. It doesn't have to be perfect. You have to be directionally correct, right? I help people that are stuck, the problem, and then the solution and the result. I help them go from here to there, right? And if you can describe that, you'll be able to spit just about whenever you want a good sales pitch. I'm about to walk in here into Lifetime Work, and if somebody intersects with me, I'm going to talk to them about what we really do. We do websites and ads, and really what we do is we specialize in helping businesses grow by using digital in a lot of different ways. So anyways, that will help you so much on your videos is if you have a foundation from what you're working from, so that you can actually speak from it. Because to speak extemporaneously, to be able to just go, you have to be working from a core. And what's funny, so what I'm saying is for you to get good at videos like this, first you have to have a core, or you need a script. And that's the next thing. We'll dive into this. Good luck. God bless. If this is helpful, like and subscribe. Again, I'm just trying to add value. Hopefully this helps you make more videos. Because if you make more videos, people find them on YouTube. And when people find them on YouTube, they'll listen to them. Or if they're on your website, they can get to know you and your value proposition so much better. They will call you and close with you. Good luck. God bless. Also, if you want to support the channel, if you go to my website, there's a button in the upper right-hand corner that says support the channel. And you can donate like a one-time through PayPal, or you can give monthly. It kind of helps me be able to take the time. Luckily, I was driving here and it worked out all right, but that'd be helpful. Otherwise, like and subscribe. But if you're looking for a website or a funnel, right, that you can actually turn leads or turn people into leads and leads into sales, we can do that for you. Good luck. God bless.